would you please be upstanding for the national anthems of Japan and France, recorded by the New Zealand Symphony Orchestra and performed by the New Zealand Choral Federation Anthem Choir.
Japan, they used to be called the Cherry Blossoms, these days known as the Brave Blossoms. The Marseillaise, would you believe, originally known as the Chant de Guerre, the Song of War. Kick-off is next. Well, welcome back to the North Harbour Stadium. France playing in the chain strip of white against Japan wearing their traditional red. And it's going to be Japan playing from right to left. The referee, by the way, Steve Walsh, formerly of New Zealand, now representing Australia. There he is, a man who has caused a controversy over the course of the last few years. Well, alongside me, Andy Garmasol, England's scrum half in the last World Cup final. Andy, what do you make of this?
Cracking atmosphere. Dave Ellis described the players before the game, France's defensive coach, as being a bit toey. They can't wait to get started.
And it's James Arledge, the Nottingham 10, who gets us underway. Yashvili with the ball in hand. Francois Trunduc. Trunduc, really one of the most skillful 10s in the world. One or two people might say he has one or two chinks in his defensive armoury, but he's a very fine player. That's the scrum half, Tanaka, finding Arledge. The defence from Nallet. Nallet, the former captain of this France side. Play just, what, 6 or 7 metres inside the Japan half. Arledge looks up, sees a bit of a gap. Across crumbs Cedric Haymons. Haymons, who was discarded by Lièvremont in November 2009 after that dreadful result down in Marseille against the All Blacks. And he's now finding himself back in favour. Not finding touch there, though. There's Arledge with plenty of time. And he has the opportunity to go directly for touch. Vincent Clair had the option for the quick throw-in, but there's James Arledge, who came to Great Britain to play for the Dragons. Had a couple of seasons there before moving on just over a year ago to play in the Championship for Nottingham. His half-back partner, Chin Usas, is a member of the American squad here. The first test of the throwing arm with William Servat. The winner of 3 Heineken Cups, probably the best 2 in European rugby. for playing here in his first World Cup. There goes Serva to Yashvili. Then Claire. Estebanez straight through the gap. He's looking for support. He's got Dusatoir alongside. Estebanez, well, was it maybe half a second too many, but the danger's not gone for Japan. The ball has gone forward. But what a break from France. Fabrice Estebanez. And I think he senses he held on to that ball just a little bit too long.
Amazing start. Yashvili's calling for it. This is off the training paddock. Fantastic line by Estebanez, but run towards your support, not away from it. And then it's a good tackle, right back, dislodging the ball. Try saver. There was how many queuing up for the try there? 3 or 4. You could see the frustration on his face.
He had his captain, Thierry Dusatoir, all around them, didn't he? But it seemed he couldn't see him.
Martin, he may have heard him. He just ran away. You must always run towards your support. Just let the ball do the work. And let the flyers finish.
Oh, Fumiki Tanaka, he plays his club rugby for the Sanyo Wild Knights, playing his first game in the Rugby World Cup. There he is, under pressure from Yashvili. Yashvili with a pick up, the offload to Dusatoir. And Dusatoir, well, the penalty's been given, it won't be a try.
Yashvili showing his skills again. Such an opportunistic player. He's all over his opposite man there. But I think the touch judge helped out Steve Walsh, who was the other side of the scrum, helped him out. It wasn't offside.
It's a conservative touch, but it will be a line-out Japan ball. There is Kensuke Takayama, who weighs in at 122 kilos, which is a fair old tonnage for a fellow who's only about 5'10". Here's Tanaka. Arledge had to reach up high for the ball. He's lofted it. That's for Maxime Maydar. Maydar. What a superb player Maydar is. He's getting trampled on there, but he's up and running. Now's Nicolas Mas. And France are rampaging. Lecafia, the final pass. Oh, the offload from Yashvili. There's Pierre. Pierre's grounded it, has he? The referee. Well, he's coming back. And Julien Pierre it was who got the final touch. Getting the applause there from Estebanez. And the French, well, only 4 minutes into this World Cup for them. And they're looking quite imperious.
I find that staggering how they scored that. Fantastic kick by Arledge. Using the win, it held up beautifully. They chased well, Japan. Looked like a turnover. They steamed over the ball. Look at this. But somebody's got to get it. Did he let go? I'm not sure he did. I don't know how Steve Walsh missed that. But great offloading, interplay. I thought Yashvili was in here, but great cover tackle. Pierre finishing off. Extraordinary from the base there. I'd like to see that again to see if he actually let go. That man who was picked ahead of what is such a competitive back row. Lecafia, I want to see him running more with the ball. He is powerful.
Yashvili from out wide with a left foot. It's on target. Everything is on song for the French. Les Bleus in white. But I tell you what, they're playing pretty much the same, aren't they? They are in super form early in this World Cup. They've had some down times in the last couple of years. There's nothing worse than that game, last November against Australia at the Parc des Princes. Or Stade de France, I should say, when they were booed off, conceding, what was it, 46 unanswered points in the last 31 minutes. Many people thought that Liévin was going to lose his job then. There's Rougerie, the kick charge down, dwelling too long, it's picked up by Arledge. A chance to bounce back here for Japan, but the ball's gone forward. The referee's playing advantage. Danger there, and it was Aurélien Rougerie who's not been back in the game that long.
It just took too much time. Great charge down, and what an opportunity here for Arledge. Could have given the pass early, but what a hit from that man, Lecafia. saved the day.
Well, Raphael Lecafia is the talk of the town in France these days. Down at his club in Biarritz, he's already forced Emmanuel Harald-Nordici to shift round to number 7 in the back row. And Lecafia just 2 years ago was playing in the Nations Cup in Romania. And always Lecafia, and we've already seen him in both attack and defence here.
I'll move. Oh, sure. Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage.
Penalty to France.
Binding number 3.
And it's binding. And it's Hatakeyama, the tight head prop.
It was a shame. I thought Japan had got the initial hit there against their opposite front row. But Steve Walsh saw something on that side away from us. Not binding. But Trinduk there was at 9. Yashvili obviously out of the game. What he needed to do, instead of just passing it back to Rougerie, is get Yashvili on his feet. So get the forwards just to take it on, rumble on a little bit more, and then he's back in a kicking position.
Roland of Ireland running the line on this side. He'll be refereeing the game here tomorrow between Australia and Italy. And the knock on that time from Arlich. Arlich, who used to play here, of course, first came to my notice about a decade ago when he was the understudy to Carlos Spencer with the Blues, playing in Super Rugby.
Come forward. White.
So France lead by 7 points to 0, approaching 9 minutes.
Touch. Pause. Engage.
Nicolas Mas on this side, up against Hisatero Harashima. The pick-up from Lecafia. There's Yashvili through the gap. Oh, and Heymans left the ball behind. A chance maybe to counter here. That was Nicolas with a kick forward. Back goes Trinduk. Trinduk has got Nale on one side. He's got Rougerie. Rougerie this time doesn't waste any time with the left boot. And the game, well, it's wide open already, isn't it? There's Tanaka. Finds his fly half Arlich. Forward goes Hatakeyama. Tanaka again. Finds a support from Leach. Leach, one of the former New Zealanders in this team. Arlich, there's another. Off the right wing, that's Endo. The offload, and it's spilled forward. But the referee has seen an offside. It's going to be a penalty, virtually straight in front to Japan.
One of the things the referees are looking out for, and the assistant referees, offside. Very basic discipline in a game of rugby, to stay behind the back foot. And they're guilty here. You could see, as soon as you haven't got a straight line, the referee, it's an easy give for him to say that you're offside. Always try and keep a straight line in defence.
Well, it's one of Paddy O'Brien's directives, isn't it, the offside line? And Steve Walsh finding in favour of Japan there. So James Arlich. Straight in front, 25 metres over. Well, he's pulled it just a little bit, in fact a bit more than just a little bit, because despite the roars and the cheers, the flags stayed down.
I have to say, Martin, I did watch him warm up. There is a bit of a breeze high up. He wasn't striking it well in the warm-up. It's a big, big game for him. Japan need to make best use of the ball that they get. It's going to be limited. They've got to take their chances.
So France have dodged a bullet. Trinduk with the restart. It was well taken by Endo. There's Tanaka. Arlich again. Kanté. Kikutani. Good quick ball here from Japan. Arlich and Nicolas combining, but away goes Trinduk. And Trinduk's got Claire on his inside, but he won't need him. And France They're going to get a second. Francois Trinh-Duc. Well, I saw him do that numerous times last season for his club Montpellier. Trinh-Duc was a major player in that campaign, which took them all the way to the top 14 final. And he's got a try in the World Cup.
Very clever by Trinh-Duc. He knew that Arledge was running sideways across the pitch. He wasn't a running threat. All he had to do was pass it, and he read it extremely well. And there it is. Puts a hand out, and there is absolutely no cover at all. Didn't need that man, Vincent Clerc, who is electric. Didn't need him. It's such a shame because Japan, they are looking very well organised. It's just an opportunistic play by Trinh-Duc, sticking the hand out, luckily tapping it up. And it's a 7-pointer.
No mistake from Dimitri Yashvili. Well, Japan's run of 14 World Cup matches without a win. It's the longest non-winning streak in the history of the competition, but doesn't really tell the story about Japan recently. They've been doing quite well. They tested Italy just a month or so ago on a short tour of Europe. 31-24, Japan were beaten. And that it's gone directly into touch. Ansel Clare is looking for a quick throw in, but already France have opted for the scrummage in the middle. Japan actually won their last warm-up game, which was in Tokyo, when they beat the United States by 20 points to 14.
Did. Thank you. Just come this side.
They just can't make those mistakes. Okay. It's a great attacking scrum here for France. They went right with Yashvili and made a break earlier.
Touch.
They've got options both sides this time.
Pause. Engage.
Plenty of green spaces. Yashvili goes back the other way. There's a try scorer there, Trinh-Duc. Heymans is in the line as well. Offloading, looking for Lecapia for a moment. There's Pierre, scorer of the first try. Pierre who plays his club rugby for Clermont. They've got their domestic season despite having so many players here. Off to a glorious start in France.
Offside.
Penalty.
1, 2.
Japan coming offside. 2 men, says Steve Walsh.
2 men in close.
Got to say,
Need you
Endo
onside,
did
please.
well on the right wing there. That was a 3-on-2. The scrum half was out of play. Yashvili changed the direction. It was a 3-on-2, but he stepped in and he made his tackle because Maxime Medard would have been away. But this is a really good launch opportunity for France now. All that training ground, repetition, the moves they go through, they can put it into practice here.
And I need a better gap than that, okay? This way.
Well, there'll be some keen eyes watching this from the New Zealand camp. France and the All Blacks drawn in the same pool. Pierre, who wasn't even in the starting lineup for Clermont-Auvergne last year. The coach Vern Cotter tending to prefer Thibaut Puivant, old France international, along with Jamie Cudmore. That was Barcella going to ground. Yashvili, Heron-Nordicki. Another phase. Yashvili feeding inside. Now they left it behind. It's stolen by Horia. Chance to counter here. Endo with the kick. Back goes Trinh-Duc. The ball stays in play, but it sets up for the fly half. Heymans. Well anticipated. Here's Sean Webb, one of the former Kiwis. He's taken out by Rougerie. Scrum half Tanaka. Nordicki wraps him up. Straight in there is Dusatoir, the captain. Illegally so, says the referee. Quickly taken by Tanaka. Feeds inside, driving forwards Kitagawa. Good fluency in the Japan play. It may have cost them a try a couple of moments ago. But they are testing the French, who may well lead by 14 points to nil, but that doesn't really tell the full story. Another penalty. A chance here for James Arledge to atone.
Well done, Japan. Tanaka, he is everywhere. Very fit scrum half. He's only 75 kgs, but he's there at every breakdown, trying to get speed of ball. And it was a quick tap that enabled Arledge to have this opportunity in front of the sticks. France guilty of not rolling away. Difficult when he's rolled him, but he's got to make the effort. Julien Pierre that time, previously Du Sautoir.
Well, it was a snapped hook a few minutes ago. Arledge will try to put that out of his mind. This time for almost 35 meters. You saw how the head just stayed down that little bit longer. It assured the strike, and Arledge is off the mark, and so are Japan. Give the team some confidence. They really did deserve some points on the board. Without that intercept, they've had a good start to the game. That was well gathered by Luke Thompson. Ball's gone forward. Picked up by Pierre. There's Nallet, Du Sautoir. Up to the 22. Passing through the French hands very quickly indeed. Forward goes Rougerie. It's there for Yashvili again. He had Barcella on his shoulder. It's a bit untidy. It's been turned over. There's the wing on Ozawa. Ozawa, the most experienced man in this Japan side. Earning his 65th cap today. That's the Japan 22. Tanaka. Poirier, the hooker. To Tanaka again. That's the captain, Kikatani. Arledge. High-hanging ball. Vincent Clair's waiting for it. And he spilled it forward, and a chance here for Japan. Well, was the best decision really to keep that in hand. The referee was playing advantage though. Hata Kayama, the tight head prop, opting for a little chip ahead. Going for glory, wasn't he?
What a chip ahead, though. It was a reverse kick almost off the inside. I thought this would be a fly half. Look at that skill, fantastic. We see it in the Premiership with Schalk Brits, but did not expect to see that. You say it might have been the wrong option, but fantastic skill. Got to tip your hat to that.
Great skill. Wrong time.
Perfect.
You sound like a coach when you say that. Japan are looking well organised. There's no doubt John Kerwin and his team have done a great job. They just need to keep hold of the ball now.
Engage!
Tanaka with a put in. And it's a penalty.
I didn't see the ball out. Number 3.
Well, the referee apologising.
Number 3.
That because he didn't give France the opportunity to take advantage. So Hata Kayama under pressure there. Fabien Barcella, the loose head for France today. His selection for this squad attracted some controversy. Real question marks about Barcella's fitness. 2 years ago, when he played against South Africa in Toulouse, when France won, that's going back to November 2009. Well, Barcella attracted rave reviews, as he did in defeat against New Zealand, but he's been injured virtually ever since. Didn't play at all last season, Barcella. Actually picked up a serious Achilles injury on the opening weekend of the French top 14 in August. He wasn't even playing in the top 14 game. He was playing for the Biarritz Espoir. But with problems with Thomas Domingo, the loose head from Clermont-Auvergne, Marc Guillermont rushed Barcella back into service. But even in preparation here, he has had injury problems. So France, a bit thin on the loose head side, which is a word you can't use to describe the left boot of Dimitri Yashvili.
Fair play to Dimitri Yashvili. That was a big kick. He knew the wind was on his side. Perfect for that corner. And I'm a little bit surprised that they went for the 3, to be honest. I thought that they would go for the corner. get some of the moves that they've always practiced underway, especially in preparation for France at Eden Park.
Try with a cross kick. Straight at Onozawa. Onozawa with a chance to counter here. Can't turn away for a minute at the North Harbour Stadium. The fans are indulging in the old Mexican wave, which I suspect may become something of a blight on this tournament. It started happening yesterday at Eden Park. We've got it back again here. Flipped out there by Tanaka. Arledge the little chip ahead. That's meant for Nicholas, but the referee says that Nicholas was in front of the kicker. It's a penalty, quickly taken there by Lecafia. Lecafia to Barcella, to Meydar. Look at the hands here from France. They've come here to play rugby, of the French, to make a statement. And there's no doubt the New Zealand's performance last night, well, they played in fits and starts. Certainly in the second half, they got lost a bit. And France, who, well, remember a couple of years ago, down in Dunedin, France beat New Zealand. So they are perceived as their bogey team. And they are trying to issue a message here at the North Harbour Stadium.
No, actually, if they'd have slowed it down, it was an easier shot for Yashvili. Previous decision to go for the sticks, and they tap and go. So they have come to play. And they are past masters of the tap and go, and the laissez-faire rugby is so exciting. And Francois mentioned the lines of running, the long-range tries. That's what we want to see.
Pause, engage.
The front row's popping up again. Tanaka feeds out to Arledge. There's a little grubber through from Nicholas. That's for Onozawa to chase. He's picked it up superbly. Now, can he find support? Dusautoir is back to make the tackle. That's Tanaka again to Arledge. Driving forward, there is Halani. But the ball's gone forward. Away comes Yashvili. Yashvili with the left foot, and he finds touch.
Brilliant skill. Great scrum. That man, Nicholas, what a little chip through. Great pace onto the ball. Heymans needs to make that tackle. He skips out of it. And here, this is quick ball. This is move it. Great speed again, but there's not enough men. Just in the contact. Great strip from Vincent Clerc, I think it was.
Good line-out ball to the front of the line there. Nicholas has spilled it this time. Referee playing advantage here to France. It doesn't come. There'll be a scrummage.
They'll be kicking themselves. It's good pressure. I did mention that they've got to make the best use of the ball. He is so important to this team. He is shaping their structure, their pattern.
We're not waiting. Get up.
The television can't show, the TV stream, they can't show what he's doing. He's organising behind the scenes.
Did you hear that from Steve Walsh? We're not waiting. Get up, he said. He's waving off the physios. No nonsense, Steve Walsh, eh?
I've got to say it's the right decision. Good for him, keep the game flowing.
Well, it certainly is, isn't it? Barely a time to take a deep breath. Look at the power there of the French scrum. And French rugby, well, it defines itself with these 8 men in the scrummage.
Stay bound.
And they've earned themselves a penalty here.
Number 6.
The referee saying stay bound.
Yashvili just throwing the ball back to Trinduk, going for the corner. I was about to say they're building the score nicely, but they seem to, in this attacking area, go for the drive and then play off the drive. Be interested to see if they do go off the top. I suspect it will be a drive. Power play, try and suck in the Japanese defence to make space for the electric backs out wide.
There they are, Pierre, Aranorici, Nally at the front. Dusautoir at the back. Servat. Opting for Pierre. Had to reach it very high for that. Servat's got it under his arm. Servat, a prolific try scorer, certainly for a hooker in the top 14 last season. There he is, looking to rumble. Out he pops, the Toulouse hooker. Good tackle that time from Kikatani. There's Haranordaki. Ball goes back, tidied up by Dusatoir. It'll be a put in France ball.
Oh, very lucky. Super tackling, going so low, not going high and shirt grabbing, going low. Haranordaki is a real power runner for France. But that tackle round the ankles, get him down early. Poor placement of the ball enabled Japan and their defenders around the ball to snaffle it back, but very lucky. Steve Walsh giving the ball possession to France, and their backs will be licking their lips with the opportunity here with the scrum going forward.
Plenty of France fans in the crowd.
Pause, engage. Stay down.
Tapia controlling it, referee playing advantage here. The Japanese pack just disintegrating. And they've got the nudge on them here, Andy.
Yes.
And you do sense here that they are going to try and grind the Japanese into the dirt. Well, they're not actually, because they're going to go for the 3 points.
And that's what's odd, the decision-making. On the one hand, they're tapping and going, the other hand, they're going for the shot. You think they're getting
Your prop's getting
the rub of the green in the scrums here. They really are
Okay.
extremely powerful. Japan trying their hardest to stay in there. You could see Luke Thompson trying his hardest, but now they decide to go for the kick again, and there's so much space out there. Maxime Medel on the left was an acres of space. You just think with that scrum going forward, just give him a one-on-one. He is just awesome. Great feet, but now they're going for 3.
Well, it was a formality for Yashvili. Stretching the lead, 20 points to 3.
I actually don't think it matters, does it? They're going to get so much possession. They could honestly do what they like with it.
Well, Dave Ellis, you can see at the back there, Yorkshireman. He's the defence coach of this France side. He's been associated with, among others, London Irish. Along with 1 or 2 other people in that hut. He may well be looking for another job in November. And Philippe Saint-André takes over well. Rare mistake from France there. That was Tranduc, straight up, straight down, taken on by Luke Thompson, up to the 22. Can Japan get something out of this first half? There's the captain, Kikatani.
No! Last feet.
They've only been playing half an hour. Referee playing advantage here to Japan. It's a penalty. France have come offside. Arledge is going to pop it into the corner. Attacking intent from Japan. John Kerwin, the coach of Japan. Well, we understand his harshest critic is here today. It's his 82-year-old mother. Big moment for the Kerwin family. Finding Helani.
Here we go, they're well set up. A lot of the French forwards standing off, not respecting the Japan drive.
Number 7.
There's Arledge. The attempt at the grub through. He's got another chance. Arledge!
I saw one of those in a rugby league game in Australia. I think it was Benji Marshall went for a drop goal and it nudged off a player and through he went. Exactly the same for Arledge there. A bit of luck, but you've got to try it. They had the penalty in lieu. You've got to go for it. He was trying the little grubber through. It comes off, and the drift defence have gone too early. Dusatoir back against the grain. There he goes. A bit of luck, but you've got to give it a go to get the luck. And fantastic reward for the forwards who've worked tirelessly round the corner. John Kerwin thumping the air. He is happy as Larry.
Well, it doesn't matter how they come, you'll take them. The initial kick, well, perhaps the wrong one. And with the ball in hand, he just pinned his ears back. Attempting to convert his own try. He's got over this one as well, so it's only a 5-point score. So it's been a half of mixed fortunes for James Arledge.
They have had opportunities, Japan. A bit of luck there. But they've come out here and they've been extremely positive.
That's Halani getting some treatment. So Tranduk with the restart. Forward comes Endo. Outside his own 22. Back from the scrum half, Tanaka. The ball went forward. Picked up there by the captain, Kikutani.
Cheers.
Martin, we saw this with New Zealand last night. Playing out of their defensive zone to set up for the kick downfield. But you've got to hold on the ball. You just can't afford, when a team is kicking long to you, to make a mistake, an unforced error, and give them an opportunity. They haven't had to do anything for this.
Crutch. Touch.
So scrummage on the Japan
Pause.
22.
Engage.
France lead by 12. 7 minutes to go to the break.
Hidden shoulders.
Vincent Clerc has moved off his wing
shoulders,
behind the
please.
scrum, so watch out for him. There he is, coming into the line,
Sorry?
trying to get over that advantage line.
Not sure.
Here's Vincent Clerc, another player who's been in and out, and
Crouch.
back in again in this France squad.
Touch.
Nicola
Pause.
Mas on this side up
Engage.
against Adeshina. There's Philly, Tranduk, Estebanez. Looking for the gap which he found in the first couple of minutes. It wasn't there that time. There's Yashvili. Tranduk is stood back. There's Yashvili again. Moving forward by Nale. Once again with Yashvili. And Nicola Mas. There's Tranduk. The cross comes Haymon. Spread offload to Rougerie. It's 2-on-1. Vincent Clerc.
That is brilliant. Yashvili at his best, organising the forwards, organising the troops. Again, straight off the training paddock. The movement of the forward pods, brilliant, sucking in the Japan defence. They think they're going to go with the forwards again. A little ball out the back to Vincent Clerc, who is just so quick. Look at the ball here, brilliant. Early play, no chance of being offside. Brilliant finish. 2-on-1. Rougerie, he doesn't miss those. But here we've seen in the first game the ball behind. You can be done for blocking, but it's done so early. It's not given a chance. Brilliant Bow Medad through the tackle, and you're not going to stop him from there.
So keep doing it, please.
Well, Yashvili just pushing that one a little bit.
Yeah. No, mate.
But that's
No, I am. What? I know
the
you
third
will.
France try in this first half.
Thank you.
France have been doing some work with their forwards, their handling
Yep.
is much improved.
Is he? Just wait.
A lot of their moves that they're doing out here are working really effectively.
Time off.
New Zealand, their defensive coaches will be looking at that,
Just do it.
trying to stop it.
Well, Steve Walsh just holding up play here. I think we've got a change,
Next time, come on. All yours.
and it's a change at number 8. So off goes Halani, on comes Taniguchi. 25 points to 8. France lead. There's Tranduk. Oh, we're just losing it. But he changed his mind, I think, just as he was about to release that. The ball went back. There's Tranduk again. 100% decisive that time. Vincent Clerc almost had to spin around to collect that. He's running across field. Vincent Clerc, he's very quick. The knees never seem to pick up particularly high. Well,
Stop 9.
that was classic French rugby, almost at its worst. No lack of ambition. Here's Sean Webb. Webb caught a little high there by Estebanez. Referee doesn't mind there.
Rough guys.
3.5 minutes to go to half-time. Tanaka. Out to Nicholas.
That's it.
Nicholas runs into a wall of white. Tanaka goes back the other way. Big hit from Servat. Atendo, the right wing, playing scrum half to Arledge. There it is, they need a scrum half again. It's the part-timer, Endo, stepping in to do the job, but even he's getting wrapped up now. Tanaka's back, there he is with the yellow boots. Tanaka finds his hooker there, Poirier. Another tackle from Dusatoir. Arledge, the fullback, Webb's in the line, he's got support from Onozora. He's still on his feet as the veteran wing. There's Arledge. Putting his head down is Poirier. That's the France 22, out from Tanaka again to Arledge. Arledge, great hands here. That time it's Leach. Leach, who was born and raised not that far away from here. It's a Japan penalty coming. Oh, look at the hands. Well, I'd rather put the knockers on him, didn't I? Eventually, it was Nicholas who put it down.
Yes.
But it was fingertip stuff. And until that moment, impressive from Japan.
You can see how good Tanaka is, the scrum half. When he's not there, you see how slow it is. As soon as he is, the speed of ball, the presentation's good from Japan, but he's really getting it going. Great defence by Vincent Clerc. There he is, getting sacked by Servat, but here, oh, got to take those opportunities. Such a shame, 2-on-1 would have finished. And Nicholas knows that. Just a bit of depth. It's really important. Always running onto the ball rather than trying to catch it behind. Would have just held his depth. They were away.
How long ago, mate?
There's Ryan Nicholas there, former Otago. Played for them for 6 years at the end of the 90s. Also had a couple of good seasons for the Highlanders. When he moved to Japan, he actually became a Japanese citizen in July. Arledge. He's won some to this before, but no mistake that time. Another 3 points for Japan. They're just about staying in touch. Knee problem there for Holani.
I think Dave Ellis at half-time will have concerns. They have conceded, France, but also they're making inroads, Japan. There are opportunities out wide.
There's that scrum half, Tanaka. Arledge. And inside is 22. Just a chance perhaps for one more play before half-time. Vincent Clerc to his wing partner there, Maxime Medard. Philly, Tranduc. Heymans is in business here, but he gets it charged down. It's Arledge with a kick forward. Back goes Tranduc and also Aurélien Rougerie. Rougerie's played a bit at full-back in his time. Out to Lecafia. Lecafia, look at that. He stood up and he took the contact and he came away, but that pass, well, in the red numbers at the end of the first half. France living dangerously. Very lucky there. Well, it's been helter-skelter stuff. And as for France, not without blemish, but there have been moments of brilliance in their first 40 at the World Cup. They lead Japan by 25 points to 11.
Seemingly stern words from Marc Livermore at half-time in that French dressing room. France leading reasonably comfortably against Japan at half-time, but taking absolutely nothing for granted. Because we're coming towards the end of a long day out in New Zealand, a busy day as well. The moon is high in the sky already in that Rugby World Cup Day 2. Scotland, we've seen, needing late tries to beat Romania. The Scots getting a real fright against Romania in Invercargill. Fiji beat Namibia in a high-scoring game. And France lead Japan 24-11 at North Harbour. Japan may have a little more to offer than just sushi in this second half. We're back with Andy Gomersall and Martin Gillingham.
Thank you, Steve. Just coming up to about 7 o'clock in the evening, actually, Auckland time. It was very warm during the day, got up to about 20 degrees. Bear in mind, it's very early spring in this part of the world, but the temperature has dropped like a stone once the sun has disappeared. I reckon it's about, what, 6, maybe 7 degrees. We're right in the north of the country, 90 minutes or so. We're a good deal south. England's game in Dunedin. I can imagine it's a bit cooler down there. The restart, best forgotten.
I think Mark Lieberman, I saw him in the change room and he looked like he was giving stern words. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a substitution made after Trinduk's first drop kick. It was awful. Good opportunity for Japan straight away.
So, scrummage, middle of the field.
Crouch. Touch.
Miyaki Tanaka.
Pause. Engage.
Plays his club rugby for Sanya Wild Knights. And look at the power of that French scrum again. Picked up by the replacement Taniguchi. He in turn was wrapped up by white jerseys. We did well there, and the hands there of Nicholas. And it's Van Sinclair, but he was responsible, I think, for a second knock-on, which is why the referee has blown his whistle.
That's the problem with the scrums. When it's going backwards, it's so difficult to get a platform. Here, the power coming through. Full 8, all scrummaging. Just puts you backwards. You can't get any front foot from it.
Sorry, mate.
Your passes go behind players and you make mistakes.
Crouch.
So the 3
Touch.
first half tries for France from Van Sinclair,
Pause.
Francois Trinduk, and Julien Pierre, who actually opened up the scoring.
Number 3.
And being penalised there once again, the tight head. That's a Kayama.
No.
And I think from that we
Away.
can conclude that Fabien Barcella is doing his job on the loose head side for France. There he is. Certainly was rushed back into the France starting lineup. There's problems at loose head. Thomas Domingo injured towards the end of the French season. And some controversy, really, that Sylvain Marcanet was left at home. Poor old Marcanet's not had much luck when it comes to World Cups. 4 years ago, he broke a leg on a skiing accident not long before the World Cup. Here, I'm afraid he was just plain left out. So, Servat goes to Haranordagi, two-handed take, Yashvili, Estebanez. That was bone on bone. Yashvili, Servat. There's the Biarritz scrum half again, back the other way, combining with Pierre. Estebanez goes through himself, looks for the offload, he finds it. And has Haranordagi got the ball down?
Go up. Go.
Well, Alan Rowland over on the other
The
side
question I'm going to ask Elaine is try, no
says
try. Is that
he's
right?
going to refer this.
Yeah. Julio, try, no try, please.
Looking from the body language of the
Okay,
French.
the question is try or not try.
Haranordaki, it doesn't look like he's grounded it. Pierre came over for the high five. Haranordaki wasn't giving it to him, so I don't think this is going to be a try, judging by their reaction. Held up. Brilliant defence from Japan. Last-ditch tackles. There's 3 of them there stopping him.
He got in underneath them unless Julio could see something else.
Underneath.
Well, we can't see it, he's got to come back.
Luke Thompson there. That is courageous defence.
Both locks involved. Toshizumi Kitagawa there, wrapping him up as well as the replacement Itaro Taniguchi and Luke Thompson, 3-on-1. So Julio De Santis, the TMO from Italy. He's having a good look at it, isn't he? You say no try, Andy. You can't see the ball go down, can you?
Well, Look at the French team. They are preparing for a 5-metre scrum, so that tells me it's definitely not a try. Still up, still up. He's done so well to get everything under there, isn't he? He is squeezing tight. Aaron Ordike is extremely strong.
I think Taniguchi might have been the hero there in the end. So it's going to be a 5-metre scrum. The danger not gone though for Japan.
Estebanez has been getting over the gain line with ease, showing his power. It's interesting to see the combination between him and Rougerie. 5 metres and a big run-up. I would say that they would use him to crash into Nicholas again.
Crouch.
So a change at tight head. Off has gone Hatakeyama, replaced by Fujita. Still a powerful scrummage, picked up by Lacapia. Lacapia just held up. There's the ball for France. They're all massing, look at them. Barcella, Servat, Mass, Nallet. There's Servat. Nallet, he's over the line. Can he ground it? He hasn't done yet.
Time.
Steve Walsh has called time. Nallet, this time there appears to be a little more confidence.
Stage, so try, no try, please.
Steve Walsh could not see anything. There was so many bodies around there. You've got to credit Japan's efforts here in defence. Really trying to spur each other on, but that is huge, huge power. Backed up by his second-row partner. That's 2 guys powering through. They are mightily strong, twisting and turning. You cannot not. He just gets it down, I would say. You cannot stop that from there. There's only 2 of them, but wow. Is there an arm? He seems very confident, but could be an arm under there. They've given it their all, Japan, in defence.
Well, France are fielding their second oldest starting 15 in Rugby World Cup history today. And Lionel Nallet is the oldest of them at 34. As the former national captain got a try. Rio dos Santos.
So close, I think it is. I think Nallet knows he's got it down. And TMO is just trying to make 100% sure.
Walsh does no clear evidence, so scrum 5 again.
Mr. dos Santos. Here comes the decision, and it's not a try.
How do you take so long over it and then not give a try? A few jeers and whistles, and rightly so. Had plenty of time to make that decision. Here we see Cafier off the back of this scrum again. He is the power man at the base of the scrum. Yashvili around the corner. Yeah, should get the wheel.
Yes, Lacapia, son of an Olympic finalist in the javelin in 1984, and Yashvili spilled it. The ball's gone forward. And here comes Onozawa. The kick ahead, there weren't too many other options. Heymans is scuttling back. The ball set up nicely for the former Toulouse fullback. Will be playing for Bayonne when he gets home. Estebanez.
The crowd here really getting behind Japan.
Stay.
Servat's done some carrying.
Estebanez turned round by Nicholas.
That was Nicholas getting his own back after being barreled backwards by Estebanez. Brilliant hit.
Julien Pierre with the ball under his left arm.
Bridge, last feet.
Servat again. picks up, carries, makes about half a metre. Well, Japan have stood up well today, haven't they? There have been a lot of mistakes, but they're making life difficult here for France.
Release!
It'll be a scrummage and a France ball.
Looking at the half-time changing rooms, we've got a shot of them. Kerwin looked very cool and very happy. Mick Byrne, one of their coaches, had so much excitement and energy talking to his forwards, unit conversations going on, but Livremont, he was talking to the whole squad, and it looked like body language of clearly not happy, but also, guys, you're in a test match here. Do not take Japan lightly.
Well, it's Fabrice Estebanez who's taken a knock. David Marty, the Perpignan centre, will be his replacement if he has to go off. Estebanez, who will be making the move to Racing Metro when he gets home. Jackie Lorenzetti, the money man at Racing Metro, hasn't spent as much money as he might have done this summer, but he has spent on that man.
Credit to Steve Walsh here. He's saying, get on with the game. You haven't made a substitution. And they're playing with 14 men.
Picked up by Lecafia to Vincent Claire. Claire with a bit of space. He backs himself. He's taken down, though. There's Dusatoir through one tackle. Almost through Arledge, up to the 22. Yashvili, Tranduk. Good step from the fly half. Penalty, though, to Japan.
Nicholas is inspired at the moment. Ryan Nicholas, he stepped out the line to rush Trinduk. Missed him, but that enabled the rest of the defence to catch up. And then France having to seal off. And the referees have been really clear. You cannot seal off if you haven't won the collision. I've got to say, at the moment, the momentum is nicely with Japan.
Yep.
So France making that change. Fabrice Estebanez replaced by David Marty. There's Arledge again. And Nicholas on his shoulder. That's for the scrum of Tanaka. That was Fujita. Picked up by the captain, Kikatani. Getting straight into the action there with the tap. Tanaka again to his hooker. It's Hollywood. Nicholas. That's the halfway line. Tanaka, Arledge, Endo off the wing. It was Harry Nordicke trying to rip the ball off him. The captain, Kikatani, almost out, but they just keep the ball in play. That's with Onizawa. The ball's loose. Servat's fallen on it. But the referee has blown his whistle. Quickly taken there by Tanaka. Through goes Hiroshima. This is encouraging again for Japan. Horie, still going, Horie the hooker, up to towards the 22. Tanaka, Arledge through one tackle, through a second, Arledge gets a second. Fantastic by Japan, they so deserve that. How many ball carriers round the corner, they worked so hard from the halfway line. And what a finish, started by Arledge, off the top of the line out. He saw the gap, one man to beat, what a finish. And here it is, running threat from the 9, inside, and wow, they do deserve that. That was a team try. Tanaka again, he's only 75 kgs, but he's around the fringes, and the halfbacks have really stood up for Japan. And the Nottingham fly half makes it a 7-pointer. Well, James Arledge has been looking forward to this World Cup for a long time, and to the next game in particular. It's not only against New Zealand, but it's also being played in the town where he was born, Hamilton. And he's warming up well here, whatever the result. A second try. Playing in front of 30,000 here at the North Harbour Stadium. They do well to get a tenth of that at Meadow Lane to watch Nottingham in the Championship.
They're inspired at the moment. Great take from Luke Thompson.
Number 6!
It's Tanaka. Arledge with the kick. And it just comes to ground inside the touchline. But there you can see John Kirwin alongside him. His number 2, Grant Dury, former rugby league player. Well, we've got a contest, haven't we? Half an hour to go. 7 points between the sides. All change for France. Dimitri Sharshevsky is on. Also on is Jean-Baptiste Fuchs.
The crowd are inspired by this performance by Japan. Every time they get the ball on the front foot, there's huge excitement.
That's the other change. David Skrella on at fly half. Off goes Trunduk. Harinordiki with a two-handed take. That was Marty offloading. There's Yashvili. Skrella straight into the game. David Skrella, who has made the summer move from the champions Toulouse up to Clermont-Auvergne. Torn away by the Japanese. Penalty, though, to France.
Number 14.
Thought he was giving a penalty for upending Rougerie there, but it was in at the side. Rougerie not happy, rightly so. When you're out of control of your body like that, it's not a nice place to be. But through the ruck is fine. Well done to the Japan defence. It is holding up. Don't forget, one of the tries, one of the 3 tries that France have got was from an interception from Arledge and Nicholas combination. Ryan Nicholas has really come in after being boshed off by Estebanez. He's come back and he's taking it to French.
Yeah, great. Thank
Marc
you.
Liévin there in the middle, alongside Didier Vettière. He can't have been enjoying the last 12 minutes or so. Majeski spoke of his frustration this week at not being involved in the starting lineup for this game. Gets a chance now with his team in a little bit of trouble. There goes Skrella. Turnover. Arledge. Out there to Tara. Tanaka. Arledge. That's in the air a long time. Oh, Heymans has spilled it. Referee says the ball went backwards.
I agree with the crowd. They're not happy. That definitely went forward.
Sharshevsky. Penalty to France.
Number 17.
And getting penalised there was Fujita.
At the moment, Steve Walsh is giving a lot of penalties, and at some point, I know they've had this conference, a yellow card might appear. There's a lot of not rolling away. And the game is open currently. It doesn't need to happen. But that is dropped, and it's gone forward.
David Skrella sent up the line out, just outside the Japan 22. 26 minutes remain. More changes being made. This time, they come from Japan. In comes Tapaile, replacing Taira. Tapaile, who plays with the Cannon Eagles, born in Samoa. And he's got a terrific test record. 20 tries from just 16 test matches. There goes Tanaka. He sees some space. Back goes Vincent Claire. Claire's missed it. Onozawa was following up. Can Japan get their hands on the ball? No, they can't. It's there for Yashvili. And Yashvili, the cool head, puts it onto his own left foot. The throw-in taken quickly. It's on here. There's Nicholas. Webb. Webb with a kick through. Back goes Medar. And it's Heimons who takes the ball into touch.
And you can see the reaction from the Japanese. Webb running across, clapping his hands. They feel something can happen here. Can they get in front from this line out? The little kicks through from Tanaka and Sean Webb have put them in this position. Now, will they drive or go off the top? I fancy them to go off the top and play at tempo.
Well, Endo, the right wing, has moved into the centre now. He scored tries in each of his last 2 Rugby World Cup matches against Wales and then Canada 4 years ago, seeking a unique hat-trick here. The Japanese players never scored 3 tries in 3 straight games. A chance here, Arledge, the offload, through goes Nicholas, 3 metres out here, Japan. There's Leach. Kitagawa getting knocked backwards. There's Thompson, upended by, among others, Julien Pierre. Also in there doing defensive work was Maxime Medar. Tanaka feeds the ball out. Webb, can he get in the corner? No, he can't. Claire with the tackle. There for the scrum half, Tanaka. Thompson. Well, who would have thought this at half-time? The pass has gone astray. Onozawa was recovered well. There's the replacement to Pualai. Lukafia on the scene. Penalty to Japan. Surely they'll take the 3 points. It's straight in front.
Now, this is where I want to see him talking to the captain. A couple of times now. There hasn't been a rolling away. 2 tacklers then. It was impossible for Japan to get any sort of ball there. Yes, they were going backwards from a little mistake. But you see the bodies over there, off the feet. Definite penalty. It's happening more now. Japan testing the defence of France. I mean, really testing. There were some power plays in there.
So Arledge to narrow the gap. He's missed a couple, and to think he missed one from almost straight in front right at the start of the game. The gap narrows, 3 more points. France, the Jekyll and Hydes of world rugby, were at times imperious in the first half, but now threatening to implode.
The only thing that's keeping them in this game is their scrum. Japan have kept possession. France now slowly coming back to the halfway. They are taking their time. But another good take from Luke Thompson. Get them up the pitch. Arledge up in the air. Who knows?
And Mark Liévemont looking as if he wants to disappear under the table there. Oh, it's been knocked forward. Hiroshima spilling it, but the referee was already playing advantage, and the put-in will be a Japan ball. Blood is spilt by Emmanuel Haranoudaki.
In the second half, Japan are winning 10-0. France have only got themselves to blame. They had chances, the 5-metre scrums, lots of unforced errors, and they look shell-shocked.
Touch. Pause. Engage.
Well, the opening night was predictable enough, but we've seen some games today. Arledge, the chip forward, well read by Heimons. The bounce not good though for the fullback. And he just gets away, and he's done well as the fullback. To another sometime fullback, Medar. Medar, who's been very quiet tonight. Dvalishvili. Oh, and Skrilla. Basic error. Eyes were up before he caught the ball.
The crowd are feeling it. The Japan players are feeling it.
Well, did you see Mark Abramoff getting up out of his seat there? And that's the moment which has done it.
He wasn't happy at half-time. And you can imagine he is not happy bunny. But Japan, the energy in this team. I've got to say, the heartbeat is Tanaka, scrum half. He's been everywhere. At the ruck, sniping down the blind side. And I thought there was question marks over him being a running threat, but wow, he has attacked the fringes.
Well, France, or shall I say Japan, have only ever won one game at Rugby World Cup. 20 years ago, against Zimbabwe at Ravenhill in Belfast. 20 years ago. 1991 tournament. 20 matches, 1 victory. And that is inspiring them now. That was taken forward by Horia. Oh, well gathered at about the 3rd attempt by the captain. Arledge did well that time. Here is Tapualai. Tapualai just fending off the tacklers. He's got through 2. And he's offloaded it, but the referee has blown the whistle. The ball went forward.
They've just got to be careful. One of their strengths is their organisation, and they're just losing it. Yes, they want to play at high tempo. And you can see the efforts that they're putting in, but they've got to keep their structure. Carrying in 2 hands enables you not to get it knocked out. But he's a big guy, isn't he?
That's the former Samoan. Well, David Skrilla, when he dropped the ball, clearly did pick up a shoulder injury. Morgan Parra's come on. Parra is standing at 10. Now, Parra has been a 10 at the top level. The first time I ever saw him play was in a Heineken Cup match for Bourgoin against the Ospreys. It was about 3 or 4 years ago, and on that day, he was starting at 10. Picked up by Lecavalier. Powerful run. France needs something from someone just to rediscover the equilibrium. Heymans, here's Medard, but the referee's blown the whistle. The atmosphere in North Harbour is something very special indeed. 30,000 people. There are a lot of Frenchmen that are now pretty quiet.
And great defence from Endo. He forced the forward pass exactly right. You can see the assistant referee in there. But great defence from Endo. That is a 2-on-1. He had to make the tackle. Parra, this is the thing about international rugby. He's on the bench. Yes, he can cover 10, but he would never have expected to be now. What is, with 18 minutes to go, at 10, trying to get France back into the game.
Well, there is an Englishman involved in the contest tonight. The assistant referee on this side, Stuart Tierredge. There he is. Tanaka, out to Arledge. There's the big fella, Tapualai. Presented to Tanaka. With the fly half again. Endo, the right wing, finding himself right over on the left.
And he has been industrious all evening.
There goes Leach. Inside the 22.
It's a wrap, guys. Offside lines. Here he comes.
Japan have got it. Tanaka. Arledge, the ball's on the ground. Can he pick it up? Yes, he can. That's Fujita.
The skill level they're showing. All half volleys pick up, doesn't matter what position.
Arledge with a grubber through. Medard goes back. Well, indecision, but in the end, a great step. And he's got himself out of trouble, perhaps as only Maxime Medard can do. He's a very special player.
Let's go!
16 minutes to go. We've packed an awful lot into the first 64. The ball taken back into the 22, so there wasn't the option to go for touch. That was Parra who kicked it forward. Endo who missed it. He's got a second chance though. Straight into, among others, Pierre.
I've got to say, Martin, as well, I thought physically they couldn't match France.
Nicholas, caught by Pierre.
But they haven't taken a step backwards. Phenomenal.
Taniguchi spinning through the tackle. There it is. Onto it was Harry Nordique. Good work. There's Marti. Parra. Oh! How close was that? Here comes Heymans. Heymans still going, Cedric Heymans. Rougerie. Referee asking the question of his assistant, was he offside? He's got his hand down. It's a penalty to France.
Thanks, buddy.
At the moment, Martin, 2 players from France are keeping them in this game. Maydard
Button.
and Heymans. Unbelievable. Dusautoir, hands on hips, he's looking round. He's not sure what to say. This is where leadership needs to come to the fore. It's a big, big test for France.
Well, there's Ryan Nicholas. He was the man who was penalised for being offside. Julien Pierre, the second row. He's been on right from the start, got the first try. We thought it was all going to be rather easy for France when that happened. Not so. 4 points separate the sides. 14 minutes to go.
That could have easily been an interception as well.
On comes Atushi Hiwasa. He really is the tournament's flyweight. Believed to be just 70 kilos. Lightest man in the tournament.
And Tanaka is getting a huge ovation.
Yashvili to Marti. Inside the 22. Jarjevski. The intensity has gone up a notch. It's a penalty. That was illegal. The man who's penalised is Taniguchi.
Clean release.
It's one of their stock plays. France off the top of the line out, get over the gain line and use the power runners. Both hookers have been in there, hands in the ruck. And that's poor discipline from Japan. A little bit of frustration. They've had the lion's share of possession in the second half. Obviously frustration not having it.
Yashvili steadies the French nerves. Markley Abramon, look at him. What is going through his head?
Shell-shocked, absolutely shell-shocked. He's now thinking, even if I win this game, what am I going to say to my players?
Nordique, that was sharp. To the Kafia, Parra. There's Yashvili again. Yashvili still going. Taken down by Tuapula. Dusautoir to Parra, to Pierre. Turns around, presents it. There's Harry Nordique. Jarjevski. Dusautoir.
19!
The tackling, though, from Japan is ferocious. John Kirwin and Mrs. Kirwin, I'm talking about his 82-year-old mother who's here to keep an eye on his son, will be proud of this performance. Kirwin, who's been to World Cups before in his time coaching Italy.
Left feet! Left feet! Found it offside.
Yashvili, referee says there's an offside. 2 rucks in a row, says Steve Walsh. So it will be a penalty to France.
Number 10.
Kitagawa was penalised. The penalty kick, 12 to 9. Michael Leach, the open side there for Japan. And also Luke Thompson.
France will be looking for more of the same here. As Yashvili makes touch. Either a drive, trying to suck him in, get another infringement, or off the top. Use their power runners, try and make Japan make a mistake in defence. Offside, come out the line, hands in the ruck. And they'd like to have that in front of the stick, so Yashvili will pop over the 3 points. Out of jail almost.
Well, what a first Saturday it's been at the World Cup. We've had the Scots dodge a bullet. France, well, they're still staring down the barrel. And we've got England and Argentina in and out. Krzyzewski goes to the tail. Para, Marty. Yashvili again, feeding the ball out to Para, trying to find a gap, looking for the offload. There are plenty of white jerseys. Dusautoir feeds it out. Still going is Nicolas Mas. 6 or 7 metres out. Krzyzewski testing the defence. Can France go close to making it safe? Morgan Para trying to find a gap. Yashvili. Oh, man over on the outside. And bulldozing his way over. There's Lionel Nele.
Morgan Para showing what a class player he is. Going into number 10 and orchestrating that. They could have gone down the short side a little earlier. Medard and Vincent Clerc were calling for it. The changes of direction is what's proved Japan's downfall. Long pass by Yashvili, and there's many runners outside. And from that distance, it's hard to stop. But a lot more energy, a lot more urgency in that French attack, and they made it look easy.
Yes, Lionel Nele, 11 years a Test rugby player since he made his debut against Romania in Bucharest in May 2000. And on the occasion of his 65th international, scoring the try that may just have made it safe for France. They are smiles from the France fans, but I think they are slightly forced smiles. Not a bad kicking record, is it? 5 out of 6. Becomes 6 out of 7. The always dependable Dmitry Yashvili. Good for rugby, but it's great to see a side here. We've got just about the worst record in the World Cup of the participating nations here. 20 years since their only win in the World Cup, that against Zimbabwe. Yet they've given France a real scare here, and they're not beaten yet. Taken on there by Huasa. There's Arlich again. Nicholas. Kitagawa, the captain, offloads. Vincent Clerc being forced to make the tackle. There's Huasa. Just 70 kilos to Arlich. That's Leach.
He needs to pick out Nicolas Mas here. He's injured. Hobbling. They could just get it far side again.
Well, the referee was playing advantage all the time there to Japan. They trail by 14. They've got 7 minutes to go. Now they're going to be popping this into the corner, aren't they?
Some belief in this Japanese team after conceding that try by Nae. There was a tight huddle. They really do believe in each other. They've worked tirelessly. And there's been some outstanding contributions. I know the crowd here will want them to get over the line.
France have made the change in the second row. Pascal Pape has come on. Also on there is Julien Bonner. So Harry Nordique has gone off. Julien Pierre has also gone off.
Okay, no hands white.
France have 6 minutes to survive. Mallet should have really made the game safe, but Japan don't know when to lie down, do they? Iwasa. Leach. Here's Arlich. Nicholas. Driven back by Rougerie. Japan still got it. That time from Taniguchi. Iwasa. Iwasa again, being dumped by Szarzewski. The try line you can see there in the background. Pikatani, the captain. Fujita. Iwasa. Arlich. Good offload. Oh, and the ball not going to hand. Chance to counter here for Para. Back to Heymans. And Heymans with the long boot into space. Here comes Arlich. Looks up. Sees a bit of space. Maxi Medard is now getting some treatment there. You can just see him in the background. So France have suffered some casualties tonight, rather more than the All Blacks did against the mighty Tongans. There's Maxi Medard. He's giving the old calf muscle a bit of a rub.
Oh, it's been such a test for France tonight, especially in defence. There are going to be some sore bodies out there.
One out.
Outside legs.
4 minutes remain at the North Harbour Stadium. Yashvili. It's infield. Endo with Williams with him. A tackle from Bonner. Arlich. Nicholas, oh, he spilled it. Advantage being played here to France. Pape with a speculative pass. There's Para. The jinking feet. The offload to Claire. There's Yashvili. Heymans in space. Heymans has got Marty alongside him. There's David Marty. Brilliant stuff from France. Pascal Pape. Well, what has passed between half-time and here has been something of a horror story for France. But that was their brilliant best.
You know France have got the capability to counter-attack from anywhere. And those danger men, Heymans, Clerc and Medard, they're lethal. Combination with Yashvili. Brilliant from Para. Staying on his feet, the offload out. Vincent Clerc's quick on his feet, keeping it alive. The basketball pass by Yashvili keeps supporting out the tackle. Marty, just the link man, and the reverse pass by Yashvili. Pape will love that run. Will get longer each time he tells it. Great reverse pass by Yashvili. Well finished by Pape.
kick is successful. Yashvili, well, he's going to go into the second game with a very handy kicking percentage. And now France have doubled the Japan total. Tuasa to Nicholas. The last 90 seconds. Tuasa feeds it out to Arlich. The referee was happy with that pass. It looked as if it might have drifted a little forward. Well picked up by Arlich. Into Hiroshima, who's not backwards. Leach. Fujita. Good hands there from Horriea. Referee playing advantage here, the knock-on from Japan. Well, Andy, it's been a topsy-turvy game, hasn't it? Your reflections?
Well, that is how to make a nation proud. Japan have not let anyone down. France, well, they have shown glimpses, making it look so easy, but question marks over their concentration levels and their focus just in and out of games. Against New Zealand in the pool, cannot afford that. New Zealand will punish them, but I think this is a night for Japan.
Well, I suspect they want to get the ball into touch and they get out of North Harbour. Will France here. Maybe Vincent Claire's got other ideas. There's Julien Bonnet.
Bonner's not releasing. Sivanridge.
Advantage being played here to France.
Double advantage.
There's Pape. Referee says there's now a double advantage.
I've got to say as well, Martin, that France look better with Morgan Parra at 10.
We'll play advantage over, guys.
Meida. Obviously over his leg injury. There's Nicolas Mas. Yashvili out of the back of the hand to the captain Dusatoir. To Parra. Back to Dusatoir.
Release, captain!
Dusatoir being told to release the ball. It's been turned over. To Upalai, the tackle from Sharshevsky. That was Horrier. Endo. Lost forward advantage here. Away comes Rougerie. And there's Morgan Parra. And Parra is going to round off the night with a try for France. Try number 6.
Well, Japan can be forgiven. They've run out of steam. Another counter-attack by France, and Morgan Parra deserves that. He has come on and be instrumental in those tries. Got to say, Mark Lieberman will be looking at his fly halves. Both have gone off. Best bet for me at the moment is the combination that exists on there. Yashvili and Parra. Rougerie doing what he does best at 13, creating the 2-on-1 with his pace. Poirier doing so well trying to get across. He has had a magnificent game, but just too tired by the end. They have given everything, Japan.
The kick misses, and Steve Walsh blows his whistle for the end of the contest. Well, France scored 6 tries. They've got the win. But in all honesty, the scoreline doesn't truly reflect the nature of the contest. The final score, Japan 21, France 47.
And it's the kind of underdog performance that really brings the World Cup alive. Japan taking France to the brink of a huge upset. Reaction in a moment, plus all the build-up to England's opening examination against Argentina, which is coming up at 9:30.